for the pledge, please. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the Thursday, August 11th public session of the Board of Trustees, where we start off by recognizing the Employee of the Month. And this month is Ken Blydenberg. He's a heavy equipment operator in the Highway Department. Date of hire was 7/1/1996. And I'll just say he was nominated by a supervisor there, and said Ken stepped to the plate for 4 days when the department crew leader and the crew leader backup were both out due to illness and vacation. He assigned duties and directed the rest of the department during that time, and the department ran very smoothly. You know, and Ken is just one of these quiet guys that does his job and is always working, and you see he's a nice friendly face, and he's been nominated and received this multiple times, and it's because he's just a really quality individual, and he does really a fantastic job for the village. So congratulations to Ken, and thank you for everything that you're doing for us. Public comment, if anybody wishing to address the board, you have 3 minutes. Nobody's signed up. Anyone from the public, would you like to speak? Okay. All right.
Good chance.
There you go. So we're going to close the public comment section. Board presentations, we have no board presentations tonight. We have the ongoing public hearing, the North Sea Road rezoning. It's an open public hearing right now. We're going to keep this open until we're waiting on the Gibbs study that they were going to come in and
He's scheduled to come in on the 23rd to make his presentation.
So he'll be here on the 23rd to make a presentation. And so since it's an open hearing, I'd like to see if anybody from the public would like to speak in reference to this. Anybody from the board? Okay, so we're going to continue to keep the public hearing open on this.
I do have a question.
Sure, okay.
Would Robert Gibbs' analysis of all of this include a traffic analysis? Because that's my biggest concern about it all.
No.
Okay.
And the reason why is that the traffic analysis would really be based upon each individual application. If someone came in and requested a special permit on the areas that we're talking about.
Okay.
So that's the, I think you do a 30,000-foot look at it all, and then each applicant allows, because you're right, I mean, the traffic is important, and depending upon the location.
Also, I have another question regarding it. I mean, I know that you talked about it. We've talked several people, including Bo Robinson, who, came forward about it. He owns property near the post office and is interested in being able to develop it in a different manner.
Yeah.
But my concern is, what if someone there decides that suddenly they want to create a little plaza along there? How are we protected against that? And, I mean, that's a question
Well, anybody can put an application in.
Right.
So it's a special permit piece, and it is special permit. It's not special exception, right?
The first draft had it as a special exception. The revised draft had it as a special permit that would require Board of Trustees approval.
And Nelson,
I like the idea of it being a special permit before the Board of Trustees because when it's a special exception at the zoning board or even at something at the planning board, they can only go by the standards that are in the code. When it's a Board of Trustees special permit, you could consider anything and everything having any relation to public health, safety, and welfare, which gives Board of Trustees a much stronger ability to deny an application than a zoning board or a planning board would have. So I like the idea that that's in the revised draft for it to be a special permit for that reason, because some of the recommendations in there are for, as to potential uses, are for uses that would serve local needs, rather than high-end needs. And that's something that's hard to deal with, with a zoning board or planning board standard. It's something that is better dealt with by you guys, because then you can determine whether it's the kind of thing that was had in mind when the study was adopted, or whether it's something that departs from the study. So,
Nelson,
there's no guarantee that if you denied something that, there wouldn't be a challenge in court, and you never know what a court may determine, but you're in a much stronger position by having it as a Board of Trustees special permit.
What would be some of the reasons why, if we denied it for certain reasons and they didn't like it and decided to sue us, and you just said that that's possible, they could do that.
They can also, somebody can always sue, whether or not they have a reasonable basis for a lawsuit would depend on the individual facts at the time. So, no way to speculate at this point in time what might or might not come before you. It would have to be dealt with at that time. And if we were going to deny something, we would clearly lay out all of the reasons why we're denying it to give us a strong position in court.
and Nancy, in the study, they specifically talked about size and limiting the size. I can't remember exactly what it was. I think it was 5,000 square feet with a two-story building, reducing the possibility that somebody could put in a strip mall. And they also talked about the importance of the architecture that's present there, because it's a combination of both residential and commercial, and that mix should continue. And same thing with the placements of the buildings. Some are close to the road, some are set back, but they all have requirements because it's the office district for parking in the rear. So that would limit your ability to put that setback strip mall parking out front.
As I also mentioned, this is not, at this point, this is not an actual rezoning. What it is a comprehensive plan component that would have to be adopted before an actual zoning amendment were proposed and proceeded with. So if this comprehensive plan gets adopted, there's a lot of conceptual stuff in there. When we get to a zoning amendment, we're going to want to spell out, in more carefully and strongly worded language, what the powers of the Board of Trustees would be. So this is not an actual zoning amendment. It's basically an idea that, if it's considered to be a good idea, would be put into the village master plan, and then the next step would be a zoning amendment. And then if that gets adopted, any application would have to come before you for the special permit. So this is actually a three-step thing: a conceptual comprehensive plan study, followed by an actual zoning amendment, and then followed by an application to you.
So it doesn't go to the planning board then? It just comes directly to us?
Oh, no, it would have to go to the planning board for site plan approval.
Okay, that's what,
If there were any variances involved, it would have to go to the zoning board, but the use itself wouldn't become permitted unless and until you guys granted a special permit. So you guys would be dealing with the specific use that's proposed on a specific application.
But you are right, the traffic needs an in-depth study there.
Yeah.
Especially when you have uses that are more for the general public than high-end, because you're going to get day trip in and out of there.
And we already have high traffic.
You already have high traffic, and
On
you
there.
also have high traffic on the side streets, feeding that area, so.
I mean, I just keep thinking when the post office
There's a lot of
went in.
standards already. I didn't mean to overstate what I was saying. There's a lot of, as Michael was indicating, there's a lot of standards already in this study, including size limitations, setback limitations, traffic studies for particular projects. So there's a lot of stuff already in there that would have to be met.
Right.
But making it a special permit for your approval just puts an additional layer of protection in there for the village.
It's just that the road is only so wide, and it's probably not wide enough right now. And when we went through the post office moving in there, between the post office coming around onto Windmill Lane and McDonald's tying up all of a good lane of County Road 39, as they were coming around, you know, you really kind of realize these high traffic tenants or applicants, that road is a main road that people use to get into our village and into our community, and on top of it, now we're going to be adding to that. It's kind of like the supermarket, you know what I mean, up on County Road 39, but that's worse in my mind, but it's similar to me, and you know, unless, I mean, office goes, stays, and then leaves. So if you're going to have a tie-up at all, it's going to be at a certain hour, but this is all day, in and out. So, I mean, remember what we went through with the post office, because we really weren't involved in that.
Yeah.
And we had to get our highway department to trim back all those trees. We had to figure out another way to move the traffic by putting that center lane in. And, you know, it seemed to work, but it was, now we're adding to that. That's my only concern. I don't mind that street looking nicer than what it is right now, but I want to make sure that we're just not overpopulating it. And that's why I asked about the traffic study.
Nelson's study of it also talked about possibly buying pieces of the side to widen that road, because they recognize it.
And that would be a terrific thing. And, you know, if that becomes sort of like a little neighborhood shop area, which it could be, I mean, some of those, I mean, I realize they're going to have to have parking for those buildings, and we would probably want it in the back. But I just worry about it. I do worry about the amount of traffic that will be in and out of there, and could be an issue. But, we'll go through the whole process. I feel we'll go through the process and see how it all turns out.
Yeah.
I mean, that we need to do.
Anyone else make comment on this? So we'll have the Gibbs study on the 23rd.
Right.
And then we'll go from there. Okay. Good. All right, communications to the board here.
First one is from Robert Hood Foundation. My former colleague Jasmine Wood has been in communication with you in prior years regarding our Lemonade event. Since she is no longer with Robin Hood, I am submitting this request on behalf of Robin Hood, an organization that is wholly dedicated to ending poverty, in hopes of securing a permit for our 2016 Lemonade initiative. For more than 10 years, Lemonade has taught children about the needs of others and then enabled them to take action in order to make a difference. The town of Southampton has been a tremendous ally in our fight against poverty. We seek a continuation of this partnership in the following ways. Lemonade 2016 will recruit families with children of all ages to participate in giving back during Labor Day weekend. Each participating family will be supplied with crafts for decorating a lemonade stand in advance of the event, and then invited to set up in an approved area. Lemonade to take place on Saturday, September 3rd and Sunday, September 4th, 2016. Time for the event will be restricted from 10:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Participating families will design and structure lemonade stands Program guidelines will specifically mention that costumes are not permitted. Locations where activity takes place will be restricted to the village area or private residences. Public locations with given permission include Juice Press at 93 Main Street. Participants will seek the permission of any business or property owner if desiring space in the village area. Written permission from each business owner will be provided prior to the event. Lemonade stands will be clearly marked by Robin Hood signage. In exchange for good at stands, i.e. lemonade, cookies, or any edible treat, participants will accept donations on the behalf of Robin Hood. Robin Hood currently funds several programs in the Long Island area, including Island Harvest, Interfaith Nutrition Network, and Feeding America, among many others. Donated proceeds will be used to continue funding schools, food pantries, homeless shelters, job training programs, and other vital services in Long Island and New York City. Please let us know if you require anything more, and thank you for your consideration. Mary Ann McCrae, Director.
Yeah, we've done this every year in the past, so I'd like to make a motion to authorize Robin Hood Foundation to hold their lemonade sale in accordance with their letter dated July 24, 2016.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Two is in 24/7 emergency care. For the past 12 years, the emergency department has been holding a post-Labor Day gathering for their employees and family at Cooper's Beach. We would like to do this again on Wednesday, September 7th, 2016. It is dinner from 6 to 10 p.m., attended by approximately 70 people. The event will be catered by Catinas. We will be providing insurance certificates to indemnify Southampton Village of any responsibilities. In the past, we have paid a village employee to come after the party to clean the bathrooms. We'll be happy to do that again. We'll be honored to have you as our guest. Darren Wiggins, Chairman, Emergency Department.
Again, it's something we do every year with them, so I'd like to make a motion to authorize the 24/7 emergency care PC at Southampton Hospital to utilize Cooper's Beach in accordance with their letter dated August 8, 2016.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Last
You know
one's-
they're watching to make sure that we all voted yes, because if we end up in the emergency room, they're going to be like, oh, you guys are the ones
That's
who,
right.
you're the one voted no for our party.
It has to be unanimous. And the last one's from Cook Marin. Cook Marin and Associates is interested in having our end-of-year summer barbecue at Dune Beach on one of the following dates, September 14th or the 15th. The following week we can schedule as well. The party would be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. We expect to have around 45 employees attending. The food will be supplied in-house, and we would like to serve beer and wine as well. We would like to request access to both the bathrooms and electric. Please let me know if you have any questions. Sincerely, Kelly Monahan.
Does this have to be in front of us? Because I don't see this.
Usually do because it's Dune. I know we've done it every year.
Yeah. So I didn't know I couldn't remember if it's just been in front of the village board.
Right,
To
versus
vote
event.
on this, because it's under like the 100 people and it's
Right.
just an event that
Yeah.
would be, I mean,
It's a company.
you could vote on
Sure,
it
we can-
anyway, but yeah, it's just, but I know they do it every year too, so,
Right,
and they're our insurance company, so.
right. But isn't it if it's a company as opposed to a person living in the village?
Maybe that's it. Yeah, I think you're right on that, yeah. Thanks, Nancy. So I'd like to make a motion to authorize Cook Marin Associates to hold their annual barbecue in accordance with their letter dated August 3rd, 2016. They've asked for one of two dates, the 14th and the 15th.
Yep, I'll work it out with
So if we
them.
can work it out with them and make sure.
Absolutely. Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, resolutions, item 1, resolve that the reading of the minutes for the work session of July 26, 2016 be dispensed with, and those minutes be accepted as filed by the village administrator, and the actions taken at that meeting be and hereby are ratified and approved. Got a motion?
Motion.
Second? All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the claims for the warrants dated August 11, 2016, totaling $264,518.46, warrant 5 general fund, and $309.48, warrant 6 trust fund, and village payrolls from the period from July 22, 2016 to August 4, 2016 be ordered and approved. Have a motion?
Make the motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion. Page 1, AC Electric, Building Supplies, $1,340.05. Air and Gas Technologies, parts for the air fill system for the fire department, $1,527.81. Page 2, All Data Incorporated, annual subscription for auto diagnostic program, $1,500. Amchair Wholesale, Guns and Ammo for PD, $12,041.25. Black Gold Industries, 30 tons of cold patch, $1,857.59. Broad Marketing, Summer Newsletter, $1,805. Page 3, Buzz Chew Page 3, Capital Brothers, Fuel Tank for the Garbage Truck, $1,183.99. Cast Productions, July Videotaping Services, $2,568.55. Page 4, Coastal Fire Systems, a hose rack for Fire Department, $1,741.84. Cook Marin Insurance Installment, $6,500. Corworth's Auto Body Towing for July, $2,450. Creative Visual Systems, Sign Supplies for the Highway Department, $2,759. Delalio SFA, Drainage at Hillcrest, $5,000. Page 5, Dependable Hydraulic Bucket Truck Repair, $3,980.41. DeVito and Company, refund of the building inspector fees that was approved at the last meeting, $14,025. East Coast Mines and Materials, carting for the Highway Department and dumping fees, $1,215. EMT Government Accounting Services for July, $1,779.38. Firematic Supply, hose nozzles, $3,788. Windshield cutter for $1,398, and hoses, $1,308. Page 6, Fundamental Business Services, court fines for July, $2,524.50. Glens Falls National Bank and Trust ambulance LoSAP payment, $63,486.22. Page 7, Herrick Hardware, flowing on to page 9. July supplies, $1,840.68. Janison, Cooper's garbage cans, $2,526.25. Johnson Electrical Construction, traffic signal maintenance for July, $1,350. Page 12, Mayday Communications, maintenance contract for the voice recorder at PD, $3,500. Messiano Consulting, grant writing services for July, $3,450. Orban Auto Supply, parts flowing out to page 13. Parts for July, $3,874.56. MSC Industrial Supply Water Rescue Equipment for the Fire Department, $4,622.48. Page 14, Norsec & Son July Carting, $5,672. Page 15, Office of the State Controller June fines for the court, $23,589. Page 16, ProMark International Active Shooter Armor Kit for PD, $1,974.75. PSE&G Collection Services Traffic Signal Bill, $4,620, and $5,314.83 for the Fire Department. Pursuit Auto Emergency Division, PD Chief Auto Equipment, $6,553.47. Page 17, Rapid Recovering Towing for July, $1,850. Page 18, RS Sales, 2 payments for park supplies, $1,114.98 and $1,076.17. Page 19, Sprague Operating Reserves, 3,000 gallons of gasoline, $4,507.50. Suffolk County Water Authority Hydrant Rental Fees, $2,258.01. Page 20, Titan Overhead Doors, Fire Department Garage Door Repair, $3,244.34. Anthony Toho Legal Fees for July, and Vince Toomey Legal Fees for July, $4,292.93. Page 21, Vehicle Tracking Solutions, GPS fees for July, $1,079.55. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item 3, resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the mayor's appointment of Edward Corrigan Jr. as a member of the Planning Commission. Have a motion? Second?
Second?
Here's what I'd like to say. Ed was on the original Planning Commission. Romanowski appointed him. He's a young guy. He's got a business in the village that he's very interested in being involved, and we have 2 spots available for the Planning Commission. All you have to do is go to the Planning Commission meetings. You realize that we're not getting a great turnout from membership of that. It's definitely going to be someone who will work. And I know Paul Travis has been really pushing to try to get the 2 new appointments. And as a village resident, I'm trying to get involved with the Planning Commission also. That's a professional that would, I think, would be a big asset. So I hope that you guys support having Ed added on to there. So all those in favor?
Aye.
Item 4, resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the hiring of the following at Coopers Beach for the 2016 season. Michelle Cardo as a lifeguard, $16 an hour. Patrick Medio for chairs and umbrellas at $9 an hour. Have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Just want to mention that Michelle Carter was the lifeguard in previous years. She's coming back for the end of the season. All in favor?
Aye.
Resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby approves the attached schedule of budget transfers to eliminate overages through August 11, 2016. Can I have a motion?
Make that motion.
Second?
Second?
Discussion. Item 1, $2,100 into parks equipment from Park Supplies. Item 2, $2,100 into street maintenance equipment from street maintenance contractual. Item 3, refund building inspector fees, $14,025 in. Employee benefit firefighters, $35,150 in. $48,150 from contingency and $1,025 from trustees special projects. Last one is $1,000 into Cooper's Beach equipment from Cooper's Beach miscellaneous. All in favor?
Aye.
And the last one, item 6, whereas the Board of Trustees, in performing a lead agency function for uncoordinated environmental review in accordance with Article 8 of the New York State Environmental Quality Review Act, SECRA, has reviewed the provisions of SECRA as related to the proposed action, which includes the installation of a series of leaching pools within existing road right-of-ways along Culver Street, total storage volume of 6,100 cubic feet, and Ox Pasture Road, total storage volume of 3,800 cubic feet. And whereas the Board of Trustees has conducted a review of the information contained in the secret documentation consisting of a short environmental assessment form, conceptual site, and other information in the record with respect to the project. And whereas the potential impacts and magnitude and importance of potential impacts and benefits have been considered, and a negative determination was recommended as the proposed project will not have a significant adverse environmental impact requiring the preparation of a draft environmental impact statement, DEIS. And whereas the Board of Trustees hereby determines that the proposed action is desirable and in the public interest. Now therefore be it resolved that the Board of Trustees hereby declares itself lead agency and adopts the annexed Part 2 and Part 3 of the EAF as a secret negative declaration pursuant to the State Environmental Quality Review Act. Can I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
Second?
Second.
Discussion around this.
This was the grant that we had approved, I think about mid-June, I believe,
Right.
or early July for the drainage along Ox Pasture and Culver. And this is just a they need this adoption of this secret to complete the grant application.
And it goes back to our ongoing master plan on the cleaning up of Lake Agawam, where we're trying to capture as much road runoff prior to it going to the lake. So this pool's being installed very similar to what we did on Hill Street, capturing there, and along Windmill Lane and at Bowden Square. Again, and I think Jen's done a nice job writing grants for us and stuff, and it's been great. So, any further comment? All those in favor? Aye. Okay, discussion items here. First discussion item is for Southampton Hospital. We have, I'll read the letter. Dear Mayor Epley and Village Trustees, as you're aware, Southampton Hospital recently purchased 2.2 acres of land at 740 County Road 39 to construct and establish an oncology and radiation center. The total cost of the project is approximately $20 million, of which the Phillips family generously donated $9 million. The remaining funds will have to be raised either through additional donations and/or loans. Southampton Hospital recently submitted a building permit application. The application, applicable documents and drawings to the building department. With an approximate construction cost of $7.5 million, the building permit fee is approximately $75,000. Due to the nature of the project and the overwhelming community need, the hospital is respectfully requesting the village board waive any and all building permit fees associated with this application. Look forward to your favorable response to this request and thank the board for your ongoing support and cooperation as we continue to establish new critical services for the communities that we serve. Sincerely, Robert S. Chalamet. We have, in the past, waived the building fees for the hospital. I'd rather see $75,000 go towards equipment. It's going to service this community, and it's really a unique situation with really the community space like this that we don't find ourselves in a conflict with anything else. So I'd like to make a motion that we waive the building fees associated with the application for 740 County Road 39 and the Oncology and Radiation Center for Southampton Hospital.
Second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, the next item is just a quick note from John Foster, our building inspector. They prepare the code books. General code is increasing their fee. So he says, presently, we're charging the public $30 for each code book. We recently ordered a new supply of books for our office, and it seems the new cost of printing, including shipping and handling, the cost will be close to $40 for each book. So he's asking for permission to raise the cost of the code books from $30 to $40.
I think we certainly should cover our
Yeah.
costs.
Yeah, definitely so. Good. So,
I'd make a motion that we go with his recommendation to raise it to $40.
Second? Second. All in favor?
Aye.
okay. Comments from board members here. Trustee Yastrzemski is absent. Trustee Irving?
You know, on something that's completely outside of our locality here, I hope everybody's watching the Olympics. I mean, they are pretty spectacular. There is such a coming together of people from all over the world, every race possible, every gender possible. They're really quite something to watch and very enlightening. And, you know, one of the things that I find so great is these young kids have such dedication and determination. They are all going for the gold, and not one of them puts on an air of entitlement. Not
Right.
one of them. Every single one has really stretched out their existence and stretched out what they do to make it there to Brazil, and it's pretty spectacular to watch them compete.
That is. No, it is. Great. Thanks, Mike. Trustee McGann.
Don't really have anything to add.
Trustee Hattrick.
I meant to call John Brzezowski today to get an update on his health. Have you heard anything?
I spoke to him, I think it was Tuesday, and, spirits are good. He's going slow. They start him on physical therapy. He's doing 3 days a week, but he'll be out
Out of
for
the
quite a while.
hospital?
He's out of the hospital. He's home. He's walking with, actually on his own, because he can't use a wheelchair, he can't use crutches. So slight use of a cane, but otherwise he's, going from chair to wall and, getting around. But, his spirits are good. He's going to try to get back as soon as possible, but here, I don't think before the end of October, to be honest with you. He's got a long road ahead of him. But a lot of it's attitude, which he's got a great attitude towards it, so which is great.
Yeah, I just have a couple things. Just a reminder on Saturday night, if you're around there's a vigil for the West Point cadet who lost his life at Cooper's earlier in the summer. It starts at dusk, around 7 o'clock.
Starts at 7
Yeah,
o'clock,
7
right.
o'clock. So if you're able to attend, that would be great. And the Summerfest, which is a gala for the Southampton Arts Center, is September 1st on Thursday night. It's a great event. And if you've been over there, they had some great exhibits. That the water bodies that is no longer there was a fantastic exhibit in the month of July. They have a really cool exhibit right now. It's from the ICP group, which is the International Center of Photography, did a whole thing over there. It's called Running for the White House, Winning the White House. Yes, I wrote it down right here. Winning the White House, and it's really so it has all of these election photos from.
That would be great.
Multiple elections over decades, and it's pretty cool. So they have cutouts of Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton and President Obama and President Bush and President Reagan and Bernie Sanders, and you can have your picture taken with any one of them in this huge selfie board of people that have taken selfies with a variety of candidates who've run for president over the years. So what a great display, show that they put on. So and the Summerfest is actually recognizing Robin, Renee Liddell there, who was the chairperson of the ICP, so, yeah. So it's great, so, and then finally, I just want to congratulate Trustee Irving, who's having a new grandson who was born today.
Exciting.
And everybody's happy and healthy and great
How
addition.
wonderful.
So congratulations to
All of
you.
them boys.
All of them boys, yeah, that's fantastic. So,
Which Olympics will he be participating in?
Probably won't see that one.
So you
Hey, you
you
know,
don't have any girls at all?
No girls, no,
Wow.
all boys.
Wow.
have that shooting Olympics. Or,
Yeah,
see?
yeah.
So that's something falls right in your family tradition right there. So, but that's great. So congratulations.
Oh,
and
thank
stuff.
you, Mark.
That's fantastic. So, with that being said, we've got a second public comment section. Anybody from the public would like to speak? No? Okay. We have no executive session tonight. So I'd like to make a motion to adjourn the public session. Public comment.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
All right, great. Thanks.